What's up guys, Rampage here again bringing you today's question of the day. So for today's question I'm going to be asking you guys, what is your favorite rock type Pokemon? Now for me there are a lot of good rock type Pokemon such as Tyranitar, Aggron, Aerodactyl, but none of those are my favorite rock Pokemon. My favorite rock Pokemon is the most beastly Pokemon ever. Like it is, and if you don't agree with me then whatever, I don't care because this rock Pokemon is still kick ass all day. And my favorite rock type Pokemon is Terrakion. That thing is just a monster. It's a beast. It destroys everything. And yeah, enough said. So leave your answers in the comments below and let's get started with the battle. What's up guys, Rampage here again bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Here we got a pretty good battle against some guy who goes by the name of itchyFetch that I found off of the Smogon Wi-Fi battle finder. It was a pretty good battle, pretty fun battle, and a pretty weird battle all at the same time, so I'm pretty sure you guys will enjoy this, and if you don't, I'm sorry that you didn't. But anyway, let's look at the teams for a bit. I'm using the one team with the offensive Porygon, Choice Band of Heracross, Scarf Flygon, and friends. My opponent's using a pretty similar team, well, at least with the Bronzong, Heracross, and Flygon. I'm not really threatened by anything on his team. It's just that his Bronzong could be quite annoying because it's going to be troublesome to take down. I don't have a good fire move on his team, so that's what's going to make Bronzong a bit of a pain to deal with. But as long as I can get damage on it and then bring in my Heracross, a close combat should do a nice chunk to that thing and hopefully take it out. But anyway, let's just get started with this battle. So I'm going to lead off with my Bronzong. I'm pretty sure my opponent was going to lead off with his Bronzong as well, just because we do both want to get our rocks up ASAP. So he's going to go for the Stealth Rocks. I'm going to go for the Stealth Rocks, and we just both have our rocks up first turn. Now I think he's going to switch out, so I'm going to go for the Toxic as he switches out into his Zapdos. And I'm thinking that the reason he brought in his Zapdos so early, definitely without his Blastoise rapid spinning the rocks away. And I did see the Blastoise on the team preview, so I knew that he would have a spinner. And the reason I thought he brought out his Zapdos so early was just because he might have the Heat Wave and he wants to go for the Heat Wave on my Bronzong. So I'm going to switch out into my Porygon too. I do get an attack raise, and when I see the attack raise, I'm thinking that this is not a defensive Zapdos. This is most likely a offensive one. And I am right because I do see the Life Orb, and that Heat Wave did do a nice chunk to me. So I'm going to go for the Recover just in case he wants to go for a Thunderbolt. But he's just going to switch out into his Blastoise. I guess he wants to Rapid Spin right away. So that's probably what he's going to do pretty soon. And knowing that he's going to go for the Rapid Spin, I'm just going to stay in with my Porygon because it's no point in switching out for a Rapid Spin. I don't have a spin blocker, so I might as well stay in and get as much damage off on this Blastoise as I can. And I'm just going to go for the Discharge. Now right here, I did predict him to go for the Toxic, and I wanted to switch out the Mew to Synchronize, but I was just playing too fast and I clicked Discharge too fast, and it kind of sucked, but whatever. It didn't really matter because he missed the Toxic anyway. So right here, he's going to switch out into his Flygon, predicting the Discharge after I went for it twice and got a Parahax on him the last time. And right here is a weird move. His Flygon has close combat. See, I was just like, what? And his Flygon had close combat. I was stuck right there. I was literally stuck. Like, why does his Flygon have close combat? And that just has to be the most hacked Flygon ever. And I was about to disconnect. Well, I wasn't really about to disconnect because I was kind of laughing because he had a close combating Flygon. You don't see that every day, and I was just laughing about that. And I just wanted to show you guys. That's probably the other reason why I didn't disconnect right there. But whatever, it's funny. It's pretty weird, but it was kind of funny too. So anyway, he's out with his Heracross, and he has a Flame Orb. So this is a Guts Heracross, and it's pretty threatening. I don't have anything that can really take it on, so I'm going to have to sack my Bronzong, fodder that thing out, just so I can get a safe switch into my Swampert, who I know can take this thing out with a Scald after the -2 special defense drops. So he is going to go for the Facade. I don't know why. Maybe close combat would have did more. I'm not really sure about that. But no, actually Facade probably does more. I don't know. I don't care. I'm just going to take him out with the Scald. Now he's going to bring out his hacked Flygon again, and if he wanted to try and take me out with an Outrage or whatever, I could have just went for the Ice Beam, and I do believe that's what I'm going to go for. As he U-turns, he's going to go out into his Bronzong, and I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam, and it doesn't do anything because it's a Bronzong, and I used Ice Beam. So now, I just want to get damage on this Bronzong so that when I bring in my Heracross to go for the close combat or Mega Horn on this thing, it will die in one hit. So I'm just going to go for the Scald. He's going to go for the Toxic, and that's whatever. I don't really care because at this point I really don't need my Swampert. I just need it to get damage off on his Bronzong. So as long as his Bronzong stays in against my Swampert, I'm looking pretty good right here. But he's actually going to switch out into his Blastoise, and I'm just going to go for the Scald again, hoping that his Bronzong will stay in so I could just hit him with a Scald, hopefully get a burn or something. But no, he went out into Blastoise, and since he switched out, it's no point for me to let my Swampert die even when I know that he can't take him out with an Earthquake. So I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go out into my Mew just in case. No, I'm going too fast. I'm just going to go out into my Mew just so that I can hit him with a Psychic, and then he's going to go for the Scald. Luckily he didn't burn me, so that's nice, but I'm thinking that he might go for the Toxic now. So I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go out into my Heracross in case he does go for the Toxic. I can just kill him off pretty easily. But instead, he's actually going to go out into his Flygon, which is whatever. I don't really care about this. I don't want to take an Outrage, though, so I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go out into my Porygon 2, because Porygon 2 should be able to take the Outrage and take another one as well. So, what I'm trying to say is Porygon should be able to take this Outrage pretty easily, but instead, he's going to go for the Fire Punch, so it's good to know that he has Fire Punch. Now, I'm just going to go for the Tri-Attack. It should do a nice chunk to anything on his team, except the Bronzong, maybe, because I didn't get a special attack raise. And even if he did want to bring in his Bronzong, I would just go for Discharge to try and get damage off on that thing. So I'm not really worried about the Bronzong too much. Anyway, I'm going to take out the Blastoise with 2 Tri-Attacks, and now he's going to bring out his Hack Flygon right here. And this is what made me mad. He's going to go for the Close Combat, and what do you know? He gets a crit. I was about to go for the Ice Beam, take out his Flygon, but no. He got a crit because he's using a Hack Flygon. That kind of made me mad. At first, I wasn't too mad because the Close Combat didn't do too much to my Porygon 2, but right there, just because he got a crit off of it, I'm not mad at the crit. I'm mad that he has Close Combat and got a crit, so yeah. Just to let y'all know I'm not bitching about a crit. Anyway, he's going to bring out his Bronzong now. I don't even know what happened in the last 2 turns or so, but I'm just going to go for the Close Combat to it, KO this Bronzong. Okay, I went out into my Heracross knowing that Close Combat wouldn't do anything to Flygon. No, Close Combat from Flygon wouldn't do anything to Heracross, and then I'm just going to try and take him out of Close Combat. He's going to bring out his Bronzong and I 2-hit KO that thing. That's what just happened. Anyway, now I'm going to fodder out my Perk just because I really don't need it anymore. But he's going to go for the Fire Punch, so that's cool too, because now I can take another Fire Punch and just go for the Ice Beam. But instead, he's actually going to go out into his Zapdos, and I'm just still going to go for the Ice Beam, and that's going to take out the Zapdos. And I was kind of surprised that that took out the Zapdos, because I think Torrent only raises your water moves, right? When you're below 33% health. I'm not sure, but anyway, now he's going to bring out his Flygon, and he's just going to go for the U-turn. That's fine by me, because right here, I have forgotten what his last guy was, and since he went for the U-turn, he's going to have to go out into his other guy, which happens to be a Rhyperior. So once I see this Rhyperior, I'm like, okay, I can take this thing on pretty easily. I'm just going to go out into my Heracross, go for the Choice Band of Close Combat. Rhyperior does have a lot of good defense, and it does have Solid Rock, but Choice Band of Close Combat still takes out the Rhyperior pretty easily, even though I do get a crit, so the crit might have mattered. I remember on PO, I've taken out a Rhyperior with a Choice Banded Heracross without a crit, but the crit might have mattered, who cares. He's going to bring out Flygon, go for the U-turn. I don't know why. He could have went for the Outrage and just killed off my Heracross, or the Fire Punch, but whatever. He's just going to go for the U-turn. I'm going to hit him down with a Close Combat, and that's going to be the game. So this guy uses a hacked Flygon, but it was still a pretty fun match. It was pretty funny at the first Close Combat he used on my Porygon 2. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please push that like button. Also leave a comment. I do enjoy reading your comments, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Actually, no. My latest Pokemon Pit video has been uploaded, so I will leave the link to that in the description. Go check that out once you can. And now that's all I have to say. So I will see you guys in the near future. I hope you all have a wonderful day. This is Rampage here, signing out. Goodbye.